Here are my August favorites in no particular order because I love every single one of them. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my August favorites. I've got a few things, but this month was really media based. I didn't really have a lot of tangible things that I really loved, but the things that I did pick out obviously were great. So I'll talk about media first. So the first thing is actually a book, and it's called The Rachel Incident. I had a really slow reading month this month. To be fair with you, like my past 2 months have actually been really slow, and I tried to read the Anne Frank diary, and I also tried to read Deep Cuts as well. And my friend Beck recommended that I try The Rachel Incident. It's literary fiction, in case you're not familiar, and it's actually written by a Irish woman, which is genuinely like my favorite type of author. Any piece of work written by an Irish woman, I don't know why, but it always slaps. I know that everyone talks about Sally Rooney, and there's almost kind of like I don't want to say a stigma around Sally Rooney's work now, because she does have really awesome work, and I'll always stand by that. And I think that she's just a great person in general. But like, you think of Irish female literature and you think of Sally Rooney, but there's so much more out there, and they are all awesome. So The Rachel Incident, I gave 5 stars. It definitely, although it didn't necessarily get me out of a reading slump, what I realized is that I need to genuinely take my time with the books that I am reading now, because I think that that was part of the reason why I was in a reading slump. I wasn't really absorbing everything. I was kind of just skimming through. But The Rachel Incident was funny. There were parts of the book, multiple parts, where I was laughing out loud, which is so rare for a book, at least for me. It was just hilarious. And I think as well, stories like The Rachel Incident are relatable because there's not necessarily a massive plot that you are building up to. You can really just enjoy the journey, and it feels like you're talking to a friend or you're reading someone's journal. I could see The Rachel Incident being turned into a film adaptation or a show. It's got that element to it where, yeah, it's just so good. So I would highly recommend that if you haven't read it. The next piece of media is actually some music. So I've been loving Blood Orange lately. I've always loved Blood Orange. Probably since like high school, but I think, oh my god, wait, I think that the album actually comes out today. New release. So I have been, oh wait, it comes out in 14 hours.
Huh?
Anyways, I've got it pre-saved on my phone. I don't know, I've just been really loving Blood Orange. I feel like as well, when the seasons start to change, especially now because we're going into spring and it's really starting to warm up, Blood Orange is just so perfect. Their music is universal in the sense that you could listen to it throughout the entire year. It's not really season dependent, but it's just beautiful. It feels very nostalgic, but it also feels so current. It's really interesting, and I don't know. I'm sure that you have listened to the music, but if you haven't, please give them a go, especially now that they've got a new album coming out. But yeah, I'll tell you what my fave, they released, I think it was 3 or 4 singles for the promotion of this album. And somewhere in between was so good. I'll also tell you my other faves that I've been listening to. This is just by other artists as well. I've really been enjoying Nice Shoes by Steve Lacy. The beat to that is so funky. Dog Eyes by Dijon. Stop and Go by, I think it's 3. I don't know how to really pronounce this name. I think it's 3. Anyways. Really great music. I don't know. It's been a great music month. Hello, this is me from the future. I'm just editing this video right now, and I did not mention that the next clip I'm talking about the show High Fidelity with Zoe Kravitz. So just thought I should add that in there. I recently started watching this on Disney Plus, and I read the book when I was about 19 or 20 years old. And I knew of the show because of Zoe Kravitz, but I just never really had any interest in watching it. But I saw it on Disney Plus the other day and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll give it a go. Anyways, and it's really good. It's actually really, really good. I just think that Zoe Kravitz is a really good actor though. The only thing is the character is kind of odd. So I don't think that the character is necessarily palatable for everyone. I feel like she definitely would be hit or miss. But I personally think that it was a hit. So I really enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy the book so much though, but I would like to revisit it now that I've watched the show, because I feel as if maybe I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to fully enjoy it. And it wasn't a big book. It's only small. It's like 200 pages or something. Then the next two favorites are actually content creators. So I have been loving Melissa on YouTube. I also love her on TikTok as well. She is so elegant and just very succinct, and her content is very unique. I love watching her content because it's not overwhelming, and yet I think that she has a lot of very valid and interesting thoughts. So I really, really appreciate her. If you haven't checked her out, go check her out on YouTube or on TikTok, especially if you love books. And I think as well, perfume. I think perfume is how she started out. I think that was like her niche. And then she's kind of branched out into books as well. She has great book taste, and by the looks of it, great perfume taste as well. The next content creator, I've only been watching her on YouTube. I imagine that she would have a TikTok as well, but I'm not sure because I haven't actually checked. But her name is Aaliyah, I think. Aaliyah Zeta. She does really cool vlog style videos. She includes a lot of like her cooking and plating of food, and just life in New York, which is super, super interesting, especially as someone who lives in Australia. And because I haven't been to New York, it almost just seems like another world. And I love watching people who live in complete different countries, especially ones that I haven't been to, do their everyday things, because I feel like it's a bit different than the tourist experience. She does great content, and the food looks delicious. Food looks absolutely delicious. So definitely give her a watch as well. Moving on to beauty. So my favorite, I've only got technically three, but like two favorites. The first one is actually my sunscreen. So I've been using this for quite some time now. Like I want to say like 6 months, maybe over 6 months. I originally saw this on TikTok, not because it blew up, but just a girl was using it. And I was like, that looks so interesting. It's the Abib Airy Sunstick Smoothing Bar SPF 50 plus. Of course, it has to be SPF 50 plus, nothing less. It's literally like a stick that you wind up, and it's also curved. So it's like it follows the curvature of your face, which is really cool. And it's mattifying as well. So for me, I'm an oily skin girl. No matter what time of year it is, it's just like, am I more oily or less oily? Do you know what I mean? But this is so good because it's compact, so you can put it in a bag or you can put it in your pocket to touch up throughout the day, because of course it's really important to touch up your sunscreen every couple of hours. I think it retails for roughly like $28, but you can find it cheaper online. So usually I just order it online in bulk, and then yeah, the one tube usually lasts me like maybe a month. It is a little bit more expensive in that sense, but sunscreen is like one of the things that I don't skimp out on. So yeah, and finding a really good sunscreen that works with my skin has always been essential. I used to use the La Roche-Posay, oh, what's it called? the Anthelios, is that what it is? Like, but the one that comes in the little container. And that was also probably about $25-$30. And I did enjoy that. It was also a good sunscreen, but I didn't really like how I had to apply it with my hands. I do like how this one is essentially contact free. So, yeah. Then the next two, oh my gosh, these are amazing. So I actually purchased these in a vlog. I think maybe a month or two, probably like less than 2 months ago. Anyways, so I use these together, and it's the La Roche-Posay Lipica Balm. This is literally like a balm, a body balm. So it's really quite thick. And the Palm is vitamin E body oil as well. I'm nearly out of the body balm just because it's really, really hydrating. And I have a really dry back in particular, especially through the colder months. Like my back becomes really, really dry, and it is really irritating because if I try to bend over or do something, I just feel like I can feel the skin stretching, and I don't like that. So it's really important for me to keep it moisturized. And I struggled for a while with trying to find a good hydrating body moisturizer that had good ingredients, rated well on Yuka. That's how I test like all my products. Before I buy them, I literally scan them on the Yuka app. And if it has a good rating, then it's sold. I think this is also roughly $25 to $30. So again, it's not cheap. This is the 400ml bottle. I think that this is the biggest bottle that they do for this product. And I don't think that they do refills, which is kind of annoying. But it's just so hydrating. The actual, like, I'll see if I can, the actual consistency of this stuff is so thick. It's actually amazing. I can use it day and night. I don't really find a problem with it being too thick during the day. I don't know how it will wear during the summertime though, because during the summertime usually I do like to have a bit of a lighter product. But yeah, anyways, that paired with the vitamin E oil is genuinely amazing. I haven't tried vitamin E oil before using this one, but now I'm hooked. It's so good. I genuinely feel like I've noticed such a difference in the texture of my skin where I've had the really dry areas, and also just the complexion as well. The complexion is a lot more even, and yeah, that's what you would want from body products, right? So both of these are unscented. So I don't know whether or not that is a deal breaker for anyone. I prefer to have my body products be unscented and then just layer on like perfume or whatever afterwards. But yeah, super good. And then I also just had some miscellaneous favorites for this month. So the first one was stretching. I've been stretching pretty much every day, and I've noticed such an improvement in, of course, my mobility, but just like day-to-day stuff is a lot easier. It's easier to get out of bed. It's easier to get off the couch. It's easier to exercise. You feel better. You feel so much better as well when you have stretched, and the minutes after you just feel so good. I don't know why I haven't really done this more in my life. When I was younger, I used to stretch a lot, but I also found that I was just naturally more flexible when I was a kid, whereas now I have to be very conscious of making the effort to stretch, because otherwise very quickly I become not flexible. So yeah, stretching's been a really good one. I've also really been enjoying junk journaling. I recently got a dedicated junk journal. So this is my one. I got this one off Amazon, and I originally wanted to get one in store, but do you know how hard it was to find a hardcover unlined journal? It was so hard, but the pages in this one is really good. It's quite thick, and it's that off-white color, which I really like. So I'll show you. I've only done a couple of pages so far, But this is my title page. Cute. Then I've done some manifestations, which I won't show you. This is another page, and this is another one too. I've been collecting, like, because I drink a lot of tea, I've been collecting the little tags. So I still need to glue the other ones in, but that's that. And I've put all these stickers on. How cute. So cute. But yeah, highly recommend junk journaling. It's just another avenue for me to have some me time that is also creative, that's not reading or doing content. So I really have been enjoying junk journaling. And lastly, my last favorite, my last favorite for August has actually been my gold hoops. I love these. I got these a couple of months ago now, probably about 2 months ago. I've wanted some chunky gold hoops that I could wear for every day for such a long time, and I just never found the perfect ones. I think I actually got these from, not Michael Hill. I'll insert the name here because I can't remember. And I love them. They're so good. Definitely a little bit of an investment, but for me personally, I have been wearing these every single day. I do have a finer pair of gold hoops as well, which I do alternate between, but these ones I've been loving a lot recently. I just think that they complement me much better, and yeah, I just love them. I just feel like gold hoops, or just hoops in general, depending on what metal you prefer to wear, are just classy and timeless. They go with everything. You can stack them if you've got extra piercings. They're just great. So yeah, anyways, that is all of my August favorites. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your August favorites have been, because I'm always on the lookout for something new to try or something that will improve my day-to-day experience. Anyways, I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!